Wonderful.
Last year, Iowa City applied for a bike-friendly community designation, and we didn't get it. And I know that are we reapplying this year?
We haven't received direction to reapply yet.
Okay.
But that's certainly something that's a possibility. One of the things that the feedback we received from the League of American Cyclists was that most communities who receive a bronze or silver or gold designation have a bike plan. And the city of Iowa City is currently entertaining the possibility of implementing and creating a bike plan for Iowa City, which would include an inventory of all of the bicycle amenities in the community, as well as possible improvements and amenities that could be added in the future. And the city of Iowa City would like to extend an invitation, I think, to the other communities in the metro area to help expand the scope and take a regional approach to the bike plan, which would help those facilities be more coordinated and consistent amongst the communities.
So JCCOG is one of the sponsors of the upcoming Bike to Work Week event.
That's correct. JCCOG is planning to sponsor some of the activities that the city of Iowa City and Coralville will be hosting for a Bike to Work Week, which is an annual event nationwide, as you know.
It's a great event. It actually did inspire me a few years ago to try to become a bike commuter. They had all this great information about the amount of money you save by being a bike commuter, the kind of exercise, the average weight loss involved with becoming a bike commuter, which was very encouraging. And having really committed to being a bike commuter in the last couple years, I have to say the information was very correct. And I've seen, seems to me, a lot more bikes out on the road in the last couple years. Do you know what our statistics are around here for bike commuters?
It's hard to say because the Census Bureau does record statistics on commuting by bike, but those statistics don't include people riding their bikes to school. And given the university, the statistics we think are greatly underestimates of what we actually see on the road.
I would imagine it seems that most students are riding their bicycles.
I saw a lot of bike commuters even in this winter, as snowy as it was. It was pretty incredible. And one of the things I see in my neighborhood, because I live close to the university, is I see people drive their cars in with their bike on the back and then they'll bike the rest of the way in. So I'm not sure how those people are accounted for in those kinds of counts as well, but I think that's a good way to sort of half the bike commute and make it realistic for a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely. There are people who will drive to the community from their home in the county and then ride their bike the rest of the way. There are also bike racks on many of the city buses, which allow you to take the bus to work if it's raining and then ride your bike home.
Yeah, it's a good combination.
Yeah, there's just so many excellent pointers through the Bike to Work Week event, so people should definitely check that out. I know that Regina and I have some events before we end the show that we want to let everyone know about that are coming up in the next month, so we're going to go over those. But first, thank you very much, Kris, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Kris.
Thank you.
Before we run the closing credits, I know there are a few events that Regina and I would like to let you know more about. You were telling me that you and your sister go to this garden event this time every year?
Every year we go to the Project Green Garden Fair. This year it's on May 10th, 9 a.m. to 11:30. It's at Carver Hawkeye Arena. My sister and I get in line early. We bring our coffee along and then shop the fair, go out with lots of great hostas, and typically go out for breakfast after. It's a great event.
Ooh, that's good to know that. Yeah. And I know a week before that event, on May 5th and 6th, Randy Newman is playing a benefit concert at the Englert Theater. Tickets are going fast for that, so people should definitely get online at www.englert.org or call the Englert box office at 319-688-2653. It's a very worthy cause. The Englert's a great community theater, wonderful nonprofit, and definitely should get out and support that.
There's a lot of great cultural events happening in Iowa City around the corridor, but sometimes it's hard to find out when they're happening. There's a great resource at www.culturalcorridor.org where you can find out everything from concerts, museums, plays, story times, and more. Next time you think you have nothing to do, check out that website and you're sure to find something interesting to attend.
And finally, back to our biking theme of the show, we want to encourage everyone to check out the festivities and events that are a part of Bike to Work Week 2008. A bike race, workshops, concerts, even a bike rodeo are just some of the events taking place. I don't know exactly what a bike rodeo is, because people have to check it out. That's May 12th through 16th, and if you visit cicbikeweek.org, you'll find out more information.
Before we go, a special thank you to Home Ec Workshop on Lynn Street for the fabric decorating our studio, and to Chake Galleries, who kindly allowed us to present the artwork of Iowa artist Mary Merkelhess as part of the studio today.
And thank you for watching at home in Iowa City.
See you next time.
I